Welcome to World Mysteries. Today, we'll dive into the fascinating story of a 3-year-old girl who, after a life-altering fall, began recalling strange memories of a life in ancient Egypt, where she believed she was once the lover of Pharaoh Seti I. Dorothy Eady, a little girl born in 1904 in the suburbs of London, had a typical childhood until an unexpected event changed everything. At the age of 3, Dorothy suffered a serious accident, falling down a flight of stairs. Doctors declared her dead, but an hour later, a miracle happened. Dorothy woke up, perfectly normal and playful, as if nothing had occurred. From that moment on, Dorothy began having mysterious dreams and often described a grand house with towering columns, frequently crying and pleading to return home. Though her parents cared for her with love, she always felt she belonged somewhere far away, as if the memories of a past life were slowly surfacing in her young mind. When Dorothy was 4 years old, her parents took her to the British Museum. The moment she entered the Egyptian Antiquities Gallery, she broke free from her mother's grasp, running excitedly through the halls, kissing the statues with an intense longing, as if reuniting with her long-lost homeland and people. It was as though she had finally come home, finding the remnants of a life she had never truly forgotten. At the museum, Dorothy encountered Wallace Budge, the curator of Egyptian artifacts. Deeply moved by her passion for ancient Egypt, Budge encouraged Dorothy to study hieroglyphics. To everyone's astonishment, Dorothy excelled remarkably, mastering this complex language in record time. When her teacher asked how she learned so quickly, Dorothy replied that she wasn't learning it at all, she was simply remembering a language she hadn't used in a very long time. At 15, Dorothy began recounting vivid dreams she had experienced for years. In these dreams, a spirit named Hor-Ra would visit her, revealing that she was the reincarnation of an Egyptian woman named Bentreshyt, a priestess in the temple of Seti I in the ancient city of Abydos, Upper Egypt. For nearly a year, Hor-Ra appeared frequently, sharing intricate details of her past life. Dorothy even spoke of visits from the spirit of Pharaoh Seti I himself. Determined to capture these memories, Dorothy meticulously recorded her dreams in a journal, nearly 70 pages written entirely in ancient Egyptian. She wrote that she had been Bentreshyt, the daughter of a vegetable seller and a soldier during the reign of Pharaoh Seti I. When Bentreshyt was 3 years old, her mother passed away, and since her father could not care for her, she was sent to the temple of Qom el-Sultansha. There, she was raised to become a priestess. By the age of 12, the high priest presented her with a choice: to return to normal life or to become a consecrated virgin. Bentreshyt chose to stay, dedicating herself to a sacred path, and soon participated in important temple rites. During the annual festival, where the priestesses reenacted the suffering and resurrection of Osiris, only the most devout were entrusted with this sacred role. However, a chance encounter with Pharaoh Seti I changed her fate forever. They fell in love and shared a forbidden bond. Upon discovering her pregnancy, Bentreshyt bravely confessed everything to the high priest, hoping for mercy. Instead of forgiveness, the high priest accused her of betraying the goddess Isis and sentenced her to death. To protect Pharaoh Seti I from any disgrace, Bentreshyt chose to end her own life, sparing her beloved from the repercussions of their love. At 16, in her current life as Dorothy, she frequently visited museums and ancient Egyptian archaeological sites in England. During these visits, she joined a research group and met her future husband, an Egyptian man named Imam Abdul Megwid. In 1931, Dorothy married and moved to Egypt, where she became an English teacher and continued her lifelong journey to rediscover her homeland. The couple had a son, whom they named Seti. However, their marriage lasted only 5 years. Her husband had to travel frequently for work, while Dorothy wished to remain in Egypt. Her son stayed with her, and she became known as Omm Seti. In 1937, Omm Seti moved to the village of Nizlat el Saman, near the Giza pyramids, a place believed to connect the earthly and spiritual realms. Here, she began working as an assistant on various archaeological projects, immersing herself in uncovering Egypt's ancient past. She participated in excavations of significant tombs and historical sites related to Pharaoh Seti I, astonishing archaeologists with her deep knowledge. In one of her remarkable moments, Omm Seti accurately identified the locations of paintings within the dark chambers of the Temple of Seti I. even though these images and artifacts had never been documented or publicly recorded. Her precise descriptions left the archaeological team astounded. Despite entering the chamber for the first time, Omm Seti relied on what she claimed were memories from her past life, using them to assist in the discovery of invaluable historical relics, such as the garden beside Seti I's temple and the Osirian temple located behind it. She also deciphered ancient symbols and images, unveiling insights into Egypt's mysterious past that had remained hidden for centuries. Omm Seti had an extraordinary ability to foresee the content of ancient inscriptions without prior knowledge and accurately pinpoint the locations of lost artifacts. She was regarded as a guide for archaeologists in their quest to uncover Egypt's ancient civilization. Her life was simple and friendly with everyone around her. Her work progressed smoothly, but what set her apart was that Omm Seti didn't rely on research or intuition. Instead, she relied on what she claimed were memories from a past life. When she said, "Dig here," I remember the ancient garden was here. The archaeological team followed her guidance and unearthed the very garden where she believed she had first met Pharaoh Seti I. This ability made her famous within the archaeological community, where people held her in awe and reverence. She was said to communicate with and even control cobras, immerse herself in the sacred waters of the Osirian temple for healing, and believed that the holy waters there could cure many ailments. She even cured an eye infection by standing before the statues in the Osirian temple and reciting what were believed to be healing incantations engraved on them. In her later years, Omm Seti lived at the Abydos temple in a small village, finding a sense of completeness in the place she felt connected her past life to her present. Thanks to her presence, this temple became a popular destination for visitors from all over the world coming to Egypt. In 1981, Omm Seti passed away at the age of 77, leaving behind countless questions and mysteries. The world still holds countless mysteries waiting to be explored. Don't forget to share and subscribe to the channel, so we can continue this journey together.